Wow. I believe it was 1996. Me Against the World was out at the time. And no, it's not. I mean, not Me Against the World, but All Eyes on Me was out at that time, and they were getting ready to start working on Life After Death. And Puffy was talking to Mark Pitts about, people they wanted to work with and have on the album. Now, at this time, it was not a double CD. It was one disc, and it was basically a compilation out where they did have enough radio hits that Puff had, because Puff had a strategy. He wanted to take pop songs from the 80s and make them hits again in the 90s. Because he felt like there was so many classic songs in the 70s and 80s that people still listen to like every year. Like the song never go out of style. That if they heard the beat again, no matter if it's a rap song or not, it would trigger something in their head to make, hey, like a familiarness. So the sample was very important to have those songs in there. Like the money, like more money, more problems. People hear that, they think of Diana Ross, I'm coming out. And More Money, More Problems, a high energy record. So Puffy was very good at production. He knew what the look should be, what the sound should be. He's very good at that. He's very good at his job. Now, going into this process, he also wanted to make sure, like in the big, one of his ideas too, they both collaborated together to come up with the idea to make songs with different people. Make a song with Bone Thugs and Harmony. Make a song with Too Short. They wanted to get E40 involved on the project. But this became the goal like late in the game. Because at that point it wasn't a double CD yet. It was a regular CD that was coming out. Then they changed it so that they were going to release a double CD, and they ended up moving Biggie's album release date because Machiavelli Tupac album was coming out, and they were like, they tried to sneak people, but when they said Machiavelli album coming out in December, November time, they were like, uh-oh, that's it, push it back. So they took Biggie's album off the board, and it was going to be a double CD. And they said, oh, we only took it off because we're going to make it a double CD. That's the only reason we pushed it back. We got so many songs. We just we got to let them all out. So E40 was reached, they were like, we got to do one with E40 to show that there's no hard feelings, all that drama and stuff that went on unnecessarily that many people didn't know about because, wasn't really no internet. So a lot of people didn't even know about it, but they wanted to show it was still love. So they wanted to do a song with E40. But for some reason, it didn't connect or something, or I don't know what happened. But it went to the fact where Too Short ended up getting on the record, or they couldn't get something done in time, and they had a deadline by the time they got the word back he was going to be available to do it. And I hear about 50 different explanations, and when people give you 50 different explanations about something, then it's usually not the right one, or they just don't know. But what was true is that they did want to do a song with 40 Water, for those people who didn't know, on the Life and Death album. only through the internet, because he never spoke about it. E40 had never spoke about it until now. And by E40 being being a huge, and I mean a huge Tupac, fan and cool with Pac and rolling with him, they just couldn't see E40 jumping on a Biggie record. That would just so he probably had some reservations about jumping on the song when it was brought to him, or it probably got brought to him in the wrong light or another way, and he just wasn't feeling it. So that was it. I mean, to answer the guy's question, so 40 Water was supposed to be on the track. So, he was supposed to be on one of the tracks, but it just didn't work out. So guess it wasn't meant to be. Anyway, I'm out. I'll let your boy as the AC just kicked back on. I'm out.